Hi there, movie lovers of the big and small screens. I'm Renee Brack, this is Movie Juice, and here's my pick of the headlines. Watchmen is out in cinemas and there's plenty to like about it. Superheroes are now sexier than ever. I just love the comedian. Behind the scenes though, the crew achieved a special effects first. In the jailbreak sequence, an extra is set on fire on his bare skin and he survived.
During the Vietnam sequence, when I have the flamethrower, you know, Zach was like, look, you got to put the flame on this guy for a 10 count. And there's this guy with his shirt off that has this kind of hair gel, it looks like, on his body. And I'm literally 15 feet from him, pointing this flamethrower that's shooting, you know, a 20-foot jet of fire at him. And after about a 4 count, I would pull up because I'm like, this is not good.
You've got to feel sorry for Zac Efron. He came to Australia for Hairspray, High School Musical, and now a movie called 17 Again. Just like last time, he attracted a huge crowd, mostly teen girls, who just scream at him. Geez, wonder what it'll take before he starts screaming back. Funny guy Seth Rogen was in Australia talking up his role as a brainless blob in the new animated movie Monsters vs. Aliens. He loves the new 3D, but isn't keen to see himself doing bedroom stunts in the fabulous new format.
I think some things are better left in the second dimension. Like a sex scene featuring me. If it was other people, Megan Fox and Brad Pitt, I would watch that in 4D. But me and anyone, 1D if you can do it. If you could make it even less dimensional than 2, I'd try to do that.
Chandon Pictures Season 2 is on Movie Extra 9:30 every Thursday night, and there are plenty of reasons to check it out, all of them funny. The first season scored an AFI nomination last year, so who knows what the second will get. I went onto the set to find out what the kooky cast is getting up to.
I'm a doctor.
Was a doctor.
Gynecology.
Critical work.
If those hands could talk.
Well, they can talk, actually. I studied science. See, there's a V right there.
A V for
Nick.
Vendetta.
That's not what you were going to say.
Tell me a little bit about the scriptwriting process on Chandon Pictures.
The ideas for the show come from broken bits of humanity that we're happy enough to witness in our day-to-day meanderings.
Rob's big mantra is that it's, you know, dealing with the discrepancy between what people think, say, and do is what we're looking at. And just that disparity is where all the comedy is.
It's well written. It's based so much in reality and heightened.
I think everyone can find broken pieces in their own life, and part of what we're trying to tap into are those broken bits of our own lives and people that we know, and tell stories about that.
The key difference between Season 2 and Season 1, I think we're better storytellers.
How's he looking?
Making a bit of veggie on race day. We'll be winning again.
We give that one Vegemite about 4 hours before the box.
How do you get a dog to eat Vegemite?
Oh, we don't feed it to him.
Oh.
It's a competitive sport.
They don't mind.
Comedy only works if you feel safe enough to take risks.
The tone is like you're turning up and you're just having a really good time.
It's, you know, working with a bunch of friends, which is the way I think filmmaking should be.
There's a reason that everyone's having fun. It's because it's comedy. You know, it's so rare that in Australia you get to work on comedy. There's not enough of them out there. And so, yeah, if you're not in the scene, I'll go down and ask to watch The Split. So, because it's like watching your very own sitcom. In the downtime, when you're not working, yeah, well, what's on TV? Chandon Pictures, really. Let's go and watch it. It's great fun.
Catch Chandon Pictures on Extra every Thursday night. Friday the 13th was released in 1980 and the franchise has scared the hell out of horror buffs ever since. Now, Hollywood has gone back to the beginning and remade the first film with a new cast. Here's our US reporter Sal Morgan with the stars who want to welcome you to Crystal Lake.
My sister, she's gone missing.
She ain't missing. She's dead.
What is it about this series which makes people want to keep watching and making more sequels and prequels? And
Right. I guess the obvious answer is Jason Voorhees. I think he's a great villain. He's a horror icon, a legend. I think ultimately it's the mystery. You know, this guy in a hockey mask. Like, why doesn't he talk? Why doesn't he say anything? You can just kind of see one eye that's not deformed. It's like a man that's an animal and been forced to survive on his own.
What went through your mind when you found out you got this role?
I think it was something like, woo!
Did you have any worries about living up to the legend that this character has become?
Yeah, because before going and getting cast, first and foremost, I'm a fan of the series, so I'm completely familiar with all the actors who've played it before, and fans of them. And I just, I don't want to be known as a guy who did the bad job and basically, killed the franchise. So it's so weird how now it used to give me nightmares, and now donning the mask in my time, that it's my turn to give nightmares to an entire new generation.
We got this guy killing everybody!
What's different about this version to the original?
I mean, first off, just obviously the advancements in like camera techniques and special effects and lighting techniques. But also the original was a little campy. And different villain, I mean, it's Jason Voorhees instead of Pamela Voorhees. But this one is very raw and real and kind of gritty and sexy and young and hip. And for a new audience, it's like, who's gonna come next? And you assume everybody's gonna die because they're going up against Jason. But they gave the characters a real arc, and I think that's gonna help the audience relate, which is gonna make it ultimately scarier.
It's one of the most famous masks in cinema history, but you don't see many people wearing it to masquerade parties. Wonder why? Now to another kind of beast, Eric Bana's. He's made a movie. Well, it's more of a doco really, and it's great. Here's Alicia Malone at the red carpet premiere.
In this film, Eric Bana is doing something which not many other Hollywood superstars would do. He's introducing us to his pride and joy, his baby, the Beast.
Even though life has taken me on a surreal and unexpected journey, two things have remained constant: my mates and my beast.
Well, I wanted to make it ultimately because I thought it would be entertaining, and I thought people would relate to it. I thought people would relate to someone who's got a really big passion in their life, and that passion is through a hobby. So everyone has a hobby, and I wanted to make a film that kind of celebrates that and celebrates how important they are in our lives.
If you put all the blood, sweat, and tears in this car, you wouldn't have hit the tree.
That car is an important part of your history. It's an important part of your identity. You can't bail on that.
I think everyone has at least one car which they loved. Mine was my first car. It was the Leashmobile. It was awesome.
What was it?
It was a VW T3 station wagon.
Oh, beautiful, beautiful. And you sold it. And you regret it now, you see.
Well, it died, so I had to, but it regretted. So I think everyone can relate to it. Are you finding similar stories from people you chat to?
Yeah, it's been really amazing. Like, I was hoping the film would resonate to people, but the film seems to be sort of more about them than me in a lot of ways. With people, the way they react to the film, it reminds them of, their family, or it reminds them of their friends and things that they've had in their childhood that they've let go of or that they've hung on to. And so it seems to be resonating really strongly, which I was kind of hoping it would, but I didn't really expect it to that strongly.
It's about keeping the bond, and feeling that youth.
That's it for Movie Juice, but tune in next time to see the comeback of an old screen queen, Julia Roberts. She and Clive Owen talk to us about being spies, and the Aussie cast of a brand new boxing movie are on the show too. See you then.